Hi, my name is Randy Kuzdak, and my assignment is on A Gift of Fire, question 837. This article is from Bloomberg, and it's talking about how in August of 2016, Delta Airlines computer network went through a period of vulnerability in which equipment controlling the flow of electricity malfunctioned in Atlanta. This caused certain critical systems to fail without switching over to backups, resulting in nearly 2,000 canceled flights over a 3-day period. This all comes after Delta spent hundreds of millions of dollars on upgrading their systems starting in 2013, which CEO Ed Bastian remarked as embarrassing and even went so far as to say, "This isn't who we are." Undoubtedly, the company lost revenue. Airlines already run at or near full capacity in their operations, which means that computer system failures can hurt even more than they would in other industries. Everything that an airline profits off of is due to timing and technology, so a computer system failure can escalate in dramatic problems extraordinarily fast. The article goes on to parallel Delta's problems with other airlines. Mark Jaggers is an analyst from Gartner Inc., and he stated that the industry struggles come from their inability to shut down operations. This makes sense considering the fact that it's basically 24/7 operation. They operate around the clock worldwide with planes constantly in the air. So if one domino goes, the next one goes, and soon the entire process is malfunctioning from a failure in the system. So from looking at this issue, it's clear that having duplicate systems is the best way to go when preparing ahead of time. It may seem costly to have duplicate software and hardware at many different locations for an airline. However, it pales in comparison to the revenue hit from a computer system failure with no viable backup options. Long term, this is the best option as well, considering the reputation of the airline is at stake. If power is down for even like 3 days, such as like Delta was, then the reputation could be irreversibly tarnished, and business will suffer. We're seeing this happen right now, and coincidentally, for another airline in United, which just happened in the last couple weeks, while they didn't suffer from computer system failure, the company's in a PR nightmare with overbooking flight debacle, and this is something that will probably always coincide with people think of United Airlines from here on out, even if they do take all the measures necessary to correct the mistake. The same thing can happen with Delta or any other airline. It's not only a short-term revenue loss with flights being canceled, it's the long-term effect on the reputation and value of the company as it competes for market share in a highly competitive industry. There are limited ways to make up revenue, so precautions to be made ahead of time to ensure that the correct debug technology is running fully with additional backup computer systems available should something happen. There needs to be some sort of buffer period as well for airlines to adjust to failure of technology, since it's something that will inevitably happen with almost certainty. The book A Gift of Fire explains that the computer systems fail for two general reasons. The job they are doing is inherently difficult, and sometimes the job is done poorly. These systems interact with the real world and real world problems, which is evident in what happened here with Delta. Computer systems are also nonlinear, meaning a small error in the system, whether human or force of nature, can have drastic effects, especially in the airline industry that relies on millions of lines of computer code. Delta officials need to follow a system, aside from having backups, to ensure this doesn't happen to them again. This would begin with designing and developing a better way to recognize defaults and implementing better alternatives. This also means that removing insufficient testing, confusing user interfaces, and ensuring that employees are not careless or overconfident with the software. Next comes the management and use of management. This means keeping the databases up to date, which helps them plan for failures if there are no backups or procedures. Newer technology is very nice to have, yet there needs to be people in place adequately trained to use it and fix it. And finally, misrepresenting or hiding problems is an unethical act that can heighten the effects of a problem like Delta's. Inadequate responses to reported problems severely hurt the company's ability to properly execute this process and can make all the planning in the world useless. The book does a great job in outlining all of this in chapter 8. And so if Delta takes all of these precautions as they laid out, they'll be much better and much more able to come out of a similar situation like this in the future. Thank you.